Hello, welcome back to my channel. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Brittany, and this is my channel, Be the Little Light. And if you are a returning friend or returning family, welcome back, and I'm happy that you're here. As soon as I went to film this video right before, I started connecting in with a very, I would say, painful, quite uncomfortable pain in my heart center. And I feel that there's someone who is really moving through something very major in their life right now. And at times, this may feel like it's breaking you, but it cannot break you. It will not break you. And it's actually that feeling that you're feeling is expansion. That feeling in your heart is expansion, but it's also you're feeling the expansion mixed in with the resistance. And that's where the pain comes in, because there's a part of you that does doubt that you are capable of moving through this big feat, something that you've been knowing for a while that's in your best interest to move through, to move past, maybe to end. But you've been scared, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Intuitively, you know when it is time for you to move forward, because one day you just wake up and that call is no longer something that you're able to ignore. It's something that is now imperative. And sometimes that's when our fight or flight really kicks in. But you always fly. Even when you feel like you are falling, failing, flailing, you're not. So, before we get into this reading, I just invite you to close your eyes if you're able to. If you're not able to close your eyes at this moment, just getting in the energy of that. And I just invite you to take 5 deep breaths with me. Two. We'll exhale longer. Inhale 3. Hold it. Exhale. Inhale 4. Hold it. Exhale. Last one. Inhale 5. Hold it longer. Exhale slowly. Let it go. Okay. Alrighty. Now that we have recentered ourselves, let's have some fun. Let's connect in. I've very much been feeling this very chill energy. Body is going through a lot. Maybe your body's going through a lot. I'm very curious to know, are you requiring more sleep than usual? I certainly am. I'm someone that honestly had a very chaotic sleep schedule damn near my entire life, and would honestly function off of very little, dangerously, alarmingly little sleep. And these days, I just ain't gonna cut it. And not only is it not going to cut it, I'm actually requiring more sleep, which is very interesting. It's a very bizarre a phase for me to go through as someone who really required very little sleep to be alive and to function. But I feel myself, and perhaps you are feeling the same, of going through these cellular upgrades, and it requires processing time of the body sleeping. So as I am filming this, it is for me on the eve of a new moon, which new moons and full moons for me always making me even extra tired. So I'm just really feeling the vibe of slow, taking things slow, moving slowly, allowing myself to, my nose is really itchy, allowing myself to really rest. So I think we're going to get into some good stuff because my nose will not stop itching. So we are tapped in, but let's tap in even deeper. I do really want to center this message around care of self. That is my intention for this one. We're going to tap in the energy and see what is the energy right now. What is the energy that the moon is having us focus on? Keep in mind this message, some of it may resonate with you, none of it may resonate with you, all of it may resonate with you. It is exactly perfect as is. You know what's meant for you. And if you're just passing by, thank you. I love you. And if you are staying longer, awesome, cool, let's vibe. So we're being called right now to hold the vision of whatever you are having in your intention. I feel like this ties back into, one moment please. I feel like this ties back into the person that I was speaking to at the beginning, of feeling like you're scared that you're not able to move through this big feat. Not big feet. Big feet. F-E-A-T. But you are. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in yourself, my love. You are this beautiful wildflower, and you are meant for something different, and that's why you have been feeling this dissonance, this unfulfillment, unhappiness in this area of your life that you are being guided, called to, required to move, transition out of. Because you are being called to step more into your authentic self. And that might be scary for you, and I get that. But you owe it to yourself to not only be who you really are, but allow others to see you as you really are. And that helps you actually really know who's actually meant for you and who's not, by you being truly yourself. And the odds are in your favor. Right now, we are really being called to come into balance in all areas of our lives. So it's really being highlighted, these areas that are out of balance. And maybe they have been out of balance for quite some time, and you've been able to skirt by. But this is no longer that time. Okay. Guides. What's the tea, guides? What is the tea, guides? What's the tea? Talk to me. Yep. Take a risk. Take a risk. That trust fall. That's what you are being asked. That's what you are being guided. You are feeling unfulfilled in this area of your life that you know you are meant to move out of. You're scared because you know this way, so deviating outside of that feels unknown and it feels scary. But there's so much more there's not only so much more for you, but you're not going to feel so drained, so depleted, because you're going to have more balance, more of an equal reciprocity, more of an equal give and take in whatever situation this is. What if instead of you worrying about how this can't work out, you actually use your mind to your advantage to imagine everything working out best case scenario? Like, what would that actually look like? Like, how freeing would that be for you to actually get everything you want and more, so that you feel this carefree? Our mind is not a bad thing, but we can deprogram so that we reprogram our minds to work in our favor, to work in our favor, to exist in a reality that we prefer. And I feel like your guides, your ancestors, have been sending you signs and messages. They've been communicating with you and letting you know, this place is not meant for you, or this person is not meant for you. There is more for you. There's so much more for you. I feel like you have to prove yourself. I feel like the system is working against you. The only one that you need to prove yourself to is not a system, it's not an authority, it's yourself. That's who you need to prove something to. And what you need to prove to yourself is that you can do it. You are capable. You can move through this. No matter what people say, no matter what the seeming odds are against you, actually the odds are in your favor. But are you ready to see that? If you are, leap. Take that trust fall. This person that's here, it represents, so this is you making that leap, but this is also you. This is also you, and this is also spirit that's catching you. Meaning, all versions of yourself are you, right? So why not make an ally with a future version of yourself, just as we perceive our highest self to be our ally, because it is. Any version of us is our ally, because it is us. It's another version of us. But what if we actually set that intention to align and to really see that future version of us as our ally, as that version of us that is one step ahead of us or several steps ahead of us, and setting the intention to connect with that future version of you. That is where your attention is being guided to be shifting towards. Not back there, not on the side of you, not in your peripheral vision. Your direction of attention is being guided to your future self, but not in the sense that you are constantly getting lost in thought of stories, but having that trust in that future version of yourself, having that trust that she, he, you, they has it figured out, that did move through that. Visualizing yourself on the other side of that thing, that which you are moving through right now. Connecting to that version of you that's already done it. I want to zoom out and I want to see what's going on with you on a cosmic scale. Now that we have talked about what's going on in your microcosm, let's talk about more of what's coming out further of the macrocosm. Connecting into your galactic self. Quite a few cards, but I will take these. I feel like I'm supposed to take them. Let me just settle into these codes for a moment because hang on. So, on a galactic scale, on a cosmic scale, your galactic self is highlighting that you are not only starting to receive, because you have already been receiving it, but it's more of this flow, this pouring in of ancient wisdom, of a reactivation, an illumination on the codes that already exist within you, that already exist within your cellular memory. But it's like now the light shining on those codes, and I'm seeing golden. I'm seeing golden, and I'm seeing symbols, ancient symbols, maybe of this planet, maybe of other planets, but definitely ancient, definitely lifetimes ago. And that is also why what you are being called to move through right now is so much more significant than you realize to your journey. To your journey, not only as your human self, but to your spiritual growth. It's like this recall, this remembrance. There's so much of this high vibrational light coding that is ready to come through. That light and that amount of divinity was not yet ready to come through yet, because it would have overwhelmed your system. It could have burned and fried your system. But now you are at this point, while simultaneously the earth is at this point where there is a readiness now to receive more of these light codes on earth through you. There's so much more to discover about yourself, so much ancient wisdom that you have from lifetimes ago. Lifetimes ago. Because here we have the emerald tablet activation, halls of learning. And the halls of learning carry all the information. All the information. The halls of learning carry all the information. And it's you having remote access to that. And that's also why it is powerful for you to connect in to that future version of yourself that you are being guided to view as an ally. You both have access to the same information. It's just that that future version of you has just done something that this version of you hasn't yet, but that wisdom is already retained within you because it is you that has done it in the future, if you're following me. And I know who this is meant for is following me. An expansion of your throat chakra, a change in your frequency, a change in the resonance of your voice, more light flooding, surrounding you. And this is you actually also tapping into your angelic self, your rainbow codes, your rainbow frequency. The angels are not separate from you. You yourself are angelic, earth angel. This is you are tapping more into your divinity. You are tapping in more to the etheric realms, to your angelic self. You may probably have existed during ancient Egyptian times, during Atlantis, and you were very wise. You had a lot of knowledge. We have, look at this shit. Crystal skull. What is the crystal skull? Crystal skull, which is really crystal skulls that were planted around the earth. These crystal skulls carry very specific, we can call it forgotten knowledge, stored in the earth in hidden areas until they were ready to be found. You do not need to go and find this crystal skull. You are the crystal skull. Your Merkaba is the crystal skull. Your frequency is the crystal skull. This is mage. This is mage, babes. This is some... Whew. My whole body is just really feeling these beautiful, blissful, angelic codes, but it's also this very deep ancient wisdom. But it's also, how do I explain this, spirit? It's an energy, and this is your energy, this is your energy, this is your ancient wisdom. This is the knowledge of your ancient wisdom. It is so, your soul is so fucking sure of itself. And that's what I'm getting at. And that part of you is ready for you to remember who the fuck you are. And that's why there's this resistance within your heart space, because there's this part of you that's still wanting to play small, and there's your expanded, your soul self that's like, no, 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 no. If only you knew. If only you knew. If only you knew. This is you. This is your energy. This is your frequency. I see you looking to the angels. I see you looking to the angels as the angels being above you, and I'm seeing the angels saying, we are not above you. You are us. We are you. You are just experiencing a human life right now. And sometimes it's painful. But the dichotomy of it all is beautiful. Sacred femininity returning. Hidden knowledge from sacred femininity. And I keep getting this reoccurring theme, message, vision about the return of the priestesshood. And it doesn't matter if you identify as masculine or feminine, if you are a man, a woman, non-binary, it doesn't matter. It's the return of the ancient feminine wisdom. And that's that ancient feminine wisdom that is so sure of themselves. Powerful because their faith is so unshakable. Because they know that they are made from God, because they are loved from God. They were created in love. You were created in love. Sometimes you forget that. And when you forget that, you feel sad. You feel angry. You feel confused. It's because you forget your own divinity. And your soul self is just so ready for you to find out who you are. Incredible, beautiful, magical. Okay. Let me get a couple more cards, and then I want to end this with your self-care messages. But let's see what these cards want to highlight. Goodness gracious. Thank you. I gotta do a big reach for this. One moment. Okay. Oh. And one more. Okay. Okay. Oh, that wasn't too loud. I'm sorry. Divine feminine. The femininity. The assuredness in who you are. But also relaxing into the sweetness. Indulging is what I'm seeing. Nourishing yourself. Resting. I talked about being really tired earlier. Your mind. This is your mind. restless, racing. But. Rest, my love. Rest, 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 rest. Let me say it one more time. Rest. You are being guided to rest. You are being guided to rest. Nothing but abundance is in your future, my love. Prosperity, abundance, freedom. Freedom, can I get an amen? You are going to get more clarity. It's coming to you. But the clarity is going to come to you when you rest. And I'm laughing because I understand. When you're in your monkey mind energy, you're trying to, it's not going to come to you. That clarity is not going to come to you when you're in that state. That's not your most receptive state. You will find the clarity when you are being in your divine feminine receptive state. When you're allowing yourself to relax. Whatever relaxing looks like to you, that's going to be individual for all of you, because we all find different things relaxing. Some of us find true crime podcasts relaxing. Not me. It ain't me. But a lot of people do. For example, it's going to look different for each of you. Being open. Be open. Be flexible. Be willing to be mutable. And that's where there's something that you don't know, because there's an openness that's required for you to be open to something, so that it actually, you move through it in a different way. That's how those solutions and that clarity is going to come to you. It's by you being more flexible, you being willing to do something differently than you have. Because you already know the way that you've been doing it, have been going about it. It hasn't been flowing for a reason. There is a better way. There is a way that feels less resistive. Alright. For final messages, I want to get some self-care messages for our beautiful angel babies. Our beautiful, expansive angel babies. Oh, you're really gonna take a risk. But you know what? This is reminding me of lucky dice. You betting on yourself. You're being called to bet on yourself, babe. Bet. Blow on those dice. Bet on yourself. Go all in on yourself. Go all in on yourself. Take a chance. Every risk is a success when you're committed to learning and growth. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. I am going to move through this. I got this. I don't know how it's going to work out, but it's going to work out. And I just know that there's better for me ahead. That things are going to work out in a way that I can't even imagine right now, and that's okay. I don't need to know. This is your invitation to speak life into yourself. That the words you speak are an invitation to life, a request to bring energy into form. Choose your words carefully. I'll take these. Spirit's dropping so many cards. Oh my gosh, okay. You feel like you're running out of time. Time is on your side. Speak up for yourself. Speak a little louder. Don't be afraid to be heard. This is about reigniting the passion within yourself so that you are excited about life, so that you move out of this boredom energy. You don't have time to feel bored when you just are so excited about life because you are doing the things that make you excited. You don't have time to be bored when you're living your best life because you affirm it so, because you're saying yes. This is about the dichotomy. This is a reminder that just because there are contrasts, highs and lows, light, dark, sun, moon, you can still be happy. You can still choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice. It's not something that you're lucky to have. It's an active choice every day. Choose happiness. Choose yourself. Your thinking will either make your happiness or take your happiness. You choose. The choice is yours, my love. And at the bottom, look at that angelic frequency coming through. Surrender. Surrender. Surrender to this experience. Surrender to what you don't know, but is in your best interest. And have faith. Have that trust fall. That trust fall. Because you will never not be caught. Never. Never, never, never. So, can we just high five right now? Or high 10? High 10? Can we high, oh, there we, oh. Oh, God. My loves. These future versions of you are so happy that you took the initiative against whatever who the fuck was saying blah 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 blah, even your own monkey mind. Your future self, the future versions of you, are so proud of you for moving through the shit anyways. You're gonna be so thankful that you did. I promise you. You will. You will. You will. Okay. Leave me some sleepy emojis, some cupcake emojis, if you're feeling the sleepy vibes, and that you want cupcakes, I guess, apparently. So, thank you for tuning in with me. I appreciate you so, so much. I love our community. It's growing, it's expanding, and we're all just vibing. It's awesome. I will see you guys next time.